Not since the 1960s have Black Americans been the target of a greater political assault than the one we're witnessing right now. Donald Trump just installed a white supremacist at the State Department who openly proclaims that white men must be in charge of everything. He put in another at the Treasury Department who called to repeal the Civil Rights Act and bragged, "I was racist before it was cool." He put a Fox News host in charge of the Defense Department, even after the man was flagged by a service member as an insider threat and a possible white supremacist. He's installing a man to run the Department of Health and Human Services who believes that black people should not be given the same vaccines as white people. And he gave unprecedented government access to an unelected white South African billionaire who performs Nazi salutes, tells far-right Germans to let go of their Hitler guilt, and is coercing black leaders in South Africa because he thinks white people are being persecuted. Just since Inauguration Day, we've seen white supremacists on the subway in Washington, D.C., Patriot Front members at the Jefferson Memorial, and Proud Boys marching through the streets of the Capitol. And now a far right-wing group has published the names and photos of mostly black federal workers in an alarming new DEI watch list that effectively puts a target on their backs. These are the people Donald Trump is empowering. Trump's mission is to dismantle decades, if not centuries, of civil rights progress in government, business, academia, and culture. In government, he's rescinding executive orders that have protected black people since the 1960s and trying to eliminate the constitutional protection of birthright citizenship from the 1860s. In business, he's pressuring companies to end their DEI programs, and far too many are willingly responding with anticipatory obedience. In academia, he's threatening to investigate colleges and universities and withhold federal funding for schools that promote racial justice. And in the culture, even the NFL has removed its End Racism sign at the Super Bowl, although the league claims it's not connected to Trump's attendance at the game. 1 year ago, I wrote a book called Why Does Everything Have to Be About Race that warned about 5 features of modern racism. Number 1, erasing black history. Number 2, centering white victimhood. Number 3, denying black oppression. Number 4, promoting myths of black inferiority. And number 5, rebranding racism. Trump is doing all 5 in his first month in office. His Defense Department banned Black History Month events and removed a video about the Tuskegee Airmen, while the Veterans Affairs Office told a black official not to mention DEI during an MLK event, all of which erases black history. His sweeping pardons for hundreds of January 6th insurrectionists, lesser-known pardons for 2 white police officers who murdered a black man, and his campaign to bring back Confederate names on military bases all center a racist misperception